Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is that time. And don't act like you don't know what I mean, because every time, it's our time.
Hey guys, welcome to the 17th Street Podcast from the Niagara Falls Boys and Girls Club, where youth share their voices, ideas, and creativity. Real stories, real conversation from our community.
Thanks for listening.
Let's get started. And don't forget to like, subscribe,
And follow. Here we go.
Hi, and welcome back to 17th Street Podcast. I'm Gigi, and these are my lovely guests. Say your name.
Oh, hi, I'm Stella.
I'm Caroline.
I'm Christiana.
And today we're going to be talking about dress code. So, children, what are your opinions on dress code? Starting at Christiana.
I genuinely feel like certain stuff, like, okay, like, we can't wear, but, like, I'm talking about, like, we gonna start off with shirts, because, like, you know how some girls wear spaghetti straps, and then some people wear wife beaters. Wait, yeah, that's what it's called, right? And then, like, I don't like how, like, they can't wear that in school. And the shoes, too, the ones without the backing. Like, I understand Crocs got backings, but, like, I'm talking about, like, slides and stuff. So that's all I got to say.
My view on the dress code is some of it I can get, but some of it is a little, I don't know how to phrase it, but it's a little unfair. Honestly, I'm not gonna, like, sugarcoat it. The dress code is pretty ridiculous and, like, stupid because what we're wearing doesn't affect if we're learning or not. Like, I get don't show up to school in, like, a bikini and short shorts, but, like, not being able to wear a certain thing because a certain part of the, like a certain part of the body which is not considered, like, a certain part of the body is showing. What about yours?
I think that the dress code is, like, half and half, good and bad, because, like, obviously we shouldn't be wearing shoes without backings in case of a fire drill. We could trip and fall down the stairs. But also, not being able to wear a specific type of t-shirt, or not wearing a specific type of top shouldn't be just because people can't control themselves when they see shoulders. So, yeah. So what are y'all's experience with the dress code?
I have a couple. Oh, we're starting with her? I'm sorry.
No, you can go.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh.
Okay, so I have a couple experiences, but the one that was, like, made me the, like, most angry was this one day I was wearing a pair of ripped jeans, and I had an appointment with the school counselor, and my teacher pulled the counselor out of my session to tell her that my jeans were distracting the class, and she made me get into, like, leggings underneath my jeans. Now, no one was talking about my jeans up until the point where I walked in with something else on. So I find it that it's not distracting what I'm wearing, but it's distracting when I come back wearing something else, because everyone wants to know why.
Caroline?
Well, the most unfair time I've been dress coded was in gym class. I was wearing, it's like your situation. I told Mom about this. She's looking at me dead, I'm scared. So I was in gym class, and two of the girls, me and this other girl, we were wearing a tank top because it's gym class. So, and I was wearing a sports bra, and it was showing, and she made me sit out of gym class and put back on the clothing I walked into it.
One experience I did have in school, well, it was before school ended, and I was wearing shorts for gym because, like, we was about to go outside and it was real hot. So, I was wearing shorts and I was wearing a spaghetti shirt. And, like, one thing that my gym teacher kept saying is, why are you wearing a spaghetti strap shirt? I said, The reason why is because it's hot and like a t-shirt, like type of cloth, and like it's gonna make me even hotter. So then I wore it, and then he was like, I see your arm, like your arms, and like it's too much skin. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I went back and I had to go change, and they called my mom and they said I couldn't wear that. So yeah.
My biggest thing that happened with the dress code was I was in like first period, and I had to go see Miss Popovich. So I went to see Miss Popovich. She was asking about that one school TikTok account. And I thought she was calling me because of my t-shirt, or because of my shirt. It was like 4 fingers wide, and she's like, that's not appropriate for school. I was like, I'm abiding by the dress code. They said it can't be less than 3 fingers wide. She's like, no, they changed it this year. Now you can't wear tank tops at all. So I was confused because our building doesn't have air conditioning, and it gets really hot on the second floor, and all of my classes were on the second floor. So I had to go the entire time wearing a wool jacket, and then later in the day at lunch, I was walking to get my lunch, and I got catcalled for my skirt. So not only was I abiding by the dress code, and people couldn't keep their eyes to themselves and keep their mouths shut, I was abiding by the dress code, which proves my point that the dress code is not a thing that needs to be happening, except don't come to school naked. Like, that's it. Cover your bits. Simple.
Adding on that, if that's... Never mind. I have something to add. I feel like there shouldn't be a dress code, but instead like a creep code. So if anyone is distracted by my shoulders or my kneecaps, that's a serious problem for them, not for me. Like, they need to get like some sort of help, because it's just not a thing that should, like, especially when I get dress coded by a male teacher, which really makes me angry. I'm not talking about you. Like, what about like my shoulder? Cause they'll say it outright. They like, that's distracting to the whole school. And I'm like, what about my, like, are they shiny? Are they glistening or something? Like, what's happening? Is the light radiating off of them? I feel like like shoulders and kneecaps or some of the thighs should be distracting for people. I feel like when people call out your name and be like, oh, go change or something, or go to the clothes closet, you're dress coded because those shorts are too short, you're showing your shoulders, isn't really distraction. It's a distraction that the person who's the teacher or the person who told on somebody for it is definitely not paying attention to class, so maybe the teacher should take that up with them instead of me or something.
Yeah. And during my situation, instead of acknowledging that they were wrong because they dress coded me because of my shoulders and only sent 2 of the boys to Tosh. 2. There were like 9. So 2 of the boys got Tosh. I got sent to the principal's office for the rest of the day. And I had to sit in there thinking that I did something wrong, when in reality it was their fault because they can't keep their eyes above my waistband. So I think that the dress code should focus more on keeping people not distracted by teaching them not to be distracted. Not by teaching the girls that they can't wear tank tops because it'll distract the boys and they can't remember what 2 + 2 is because they see a pair of freckles on a shoulder. Like, the only thing distracting them about my shoulder is the fact that I have freckles, and that's it.
I feel like the girls, they got serious dress code, but the boys, like, the only really thing about the boys' dress code is they pants sagging and you can sit in underwear. That's the only thing I feel like the boys can, if that's the case, and I feel like the boys can wear whatever they want, and then the girls got a serious dress code that they have to follow. But I want half and half, like no dress code and a dress code, because like some of the girls at our school, like, they be coming with tank tops and they shirt be half up and stuff, and they be tying their shirts up. Like, I feel like that's inappropriate, and I also feel like the, like, boys, they don't have no dress code at all, and, like, the one of the dress codes I do hate, and I don't care if it's a fire drill or not, is the slides. Like, if you wearing slides and then somebody, like, if you wearing slides and there's like a fire drill or emergency, I wore slides one time and I didn't get dress coded and I had to walk down the stairs. When it was a fire drill, I did not fall. So I don't really understand, like, why we can't wear slides or anything. Yeah.
That's a good point. So, I had a chance to talk to the Board of Education about this, and so when I went to the Board of Education, they were very understanding, or they seemed very understanding, and me and a group called the Justice League, which was a club at my elementary school, we went to the Board of Education and explained to them why we think that a few things should be allowed, like hoods, because you can still see our faces, like maybe not in the hallways because like cameras don't angle directly at your face, but in classrooms I think it should be fine. Swimsuits. Girls aren't allowed to wear two pieces, but boys can go shirtless. How is that fair? I don't want to see that. If they don't want to see my midriff, I don't want to see their entire chest. It's weird. So we talked about that, and then we talked about tank tops, and they seemed very understanding, because I talked about tank tops, I was like, it's just a shoulder, and they were like, I love how playful you were with that, and how, like, kind and respectful y'all are. And one thing that really stuck with me is an older lady looked at us straight in the eyes and said, I love how y'all dressed so respectfully, like wearing anything else would be disrespectful. Which I don't understand. Huh? Anyways, so they told us that they were going to make a plan of action to fix the dress code. It's been 2 years and they still haven't fixed it.
They always saying that they're going to fix something, like the Board of Education in the district, but they said they're going to fix something, but in reality it never get fixed. And like, I remember, no, they said that we was gonna have air conditioner, and last year, y'all still don't got air conditioner. It's about to be 2026, and I bet you them kids all the way, like, them kids about to be burning up in that school, and they be saying that we gonna get air conditioner. I bet you when we go to school in September, they not gonna have no air conditioner.
And that's the problem with Gaskill, because their dress code is extremely strict. And I don't think it's fair for us to not be able to wear tank tops because it's scorching hot up there, like not at least 90 degrees at the second floor. And I feel bad for the 8th graders because they also didn't have air conditioning on the 3rd floor.
We'll be burning up there.
And so I feel like we should be allowed to wear tank tops. And the fact that if you go to the national dress code, on the boys' side, you can see pants that stay on their waistband and no hats, no hoods. But on the girls' side, you can see don't wear short shorts, don't show your shoulders.
They got a whole list.
No midriff. And for some schools, it's you can't have skirts above the knee. The dollar width above the knee thing is kind of annoying because imagine like you're washing all your clothes that day. All you have to wear is a tank top and a short and some shorts. I feel like we should be allowed to wear that stuff because if people are getting distracted by that, then that's their problem and you should tell them not to be a creep.
Adding on the tank top things, I've got two situations that I found a little bit unfair because it was a special occasion. My friend wore a tank top and a skirt to moving up day, and she had to go home and change, so she couldn't participate in the moving up. And then field day, my friend also, a different friend wore a tank top, and she couldn't participate in the fun day field day thing.
Yeah, and there's this weird thing that teachers do. Not all teachers, but so, guys, when you get dress coded, do you ever see someone who's wearing something like the same as you that didn't get dress coded because the teacher favorited them?
Yes. I was wearing, what was I wearing? I was wearing a shirt with a family member on it that passed away, and I got in trouble when they said to go to the Taj show. I was wondering, like, how can I get in trouble for, like, wearing a shirt with somebody on it? So then this girl, she had a shirt. It was her, I forgot. It had, like, a person on it, and it had, like, other stuff on it or whatever. And then they only sent me down, but I don't understand how they didn't send her down. And I kept on saying they got favoritism, and what they did was they let her go to class, but I couldn't go to class. I had to be there for like 3 hours. So.
I got sent to the principal's once, and I get the fact that it was probably a little not appropriate for school, the shirt. It was my dad's shirt. It was Legos, and they were holding Lego weapons, like guns, and then the other girl, she was wearing a whole sweatshirt that had 2 weapons crossed on the back. And I was sent to the principal's office to change. They gave me a jacket that was too big for me because the shirt was too big. But when I got the jacket wet, they made me turn my shirt inside out, which was very uncomfortable. But that girl, she didn't even get a warning to not wear that again. She continued to wear it. She put it in her locker, and I don't know why they didn't correct her also for it.
Stella?
So, this one is, I was wearing a shirt. All of my sisters were involved in this because we all kind of, but I was wearing a shirt, and it was this dinosaur, and it was holding like an LGBTQ plus flag, and it was like waving it around on my shirt. It was really cute, and I really liked that shirt, and it was Pride Month, so I wore that shirt. And one of my teachers pulled me out in the classroom in the middle of math, and they said that shirt's not appropriate for school because it has a perspective on it. I don't know exactly what they said, but they said it was differently from other people's views, and I couldn't wear it. So then this year there was this guy, and he dressed up as Trump for Halloween, and he was with a whole montage wearing a MAGA hat, walking around screaming at people, "Make America Great Again," and they kept screaming in my ear. And like saying, "Vote Trump, vote Trump, vote Trump." And I was like, "No, I can't even vote. You can't even vote." And it's like, how am I gonna get in trouble for like wearing a shirt, not saying anything, not pointing it out to anyone, and then they're not gonna get in trouble for running around the school screaming, "Vote Trump and make America great again," which is ridiculous. I also saw this, and I asked my teacher why he wasn't addressed. She said because it was a special occasion, it was Halloween, everyone was dressing up, but if we can dress up politically for Halloween and scream out our shares and votes, or parent shares and votes, then we should be able to wear like just a shirt or a tank top that's not even distracting, but I'm sure that was distracting for most people.
One time for my 6th grade graduation, I wore this really cute blue and white dress, and it was like three fingers wide. It was cute. And then Callie, oh, I'm sorry, I keep saying their names. My friend kept, she really liked this dark blue dress that was spaghetti straps. So her and a teacher were really close, and me and that teacher did not get along very well. And so the teacher dress coded me and said that I was being distracting by wearing my dress, and completely ignored it when Callie walked her way. I'm not good at this. I completely ignored it with my friend walked next to her. And I thought that was very annoying.
More of the
My bad.
difference between boys and girls side. In the locker room, in the showers, we have a little roll table that says no two pieces, no short shorts in the pool area, and a bunch of different lists. And I'm sure the boys have something close to it, but they also can go shirtless with shorts that are a little bit down, more to their knees, but also shirtless, but we're not allowed to show our stomachs and our legs. And we're not exactly saying that girls should be able to go shirtless in the pool, but like I feel like we should be able to wear two pieces, especially since I feel like none of the boys in the class thought that way until they were made to think that they had to think that way, because none of the boys in 3rd grade were thinking, oh, shoulders, so pretty, I want them. No. But in 4th grade, all of a sudden, the girls were like separated from the boys in a different way from what we were originally thinking, and the boys are now like, I'm supposed to think of them like that? Wait, those are supposed to be attractive to me? And now those boys are acting like that because they were made to think like that. And the girls are made to feel uncomfortable in their own bodies. I remember this one time I was wearing literally a full shirt and full shorts for swim. It was a swim short and some, I can't talk, I'm sorry, a swim shirt and swim shorts. And I had just gotten out of the showers, and like any bodily anatomy, I have and the shirt was sucked to my skin because it was wet. So she goes, go put a shirt on. And I'm like, I'm wearing a shirt. And she's like, go put a shirt on. I'm wearing a shirt. She's like, it's see-through. And I'm like, it was literally dark blue. I'm like, no, it's not. And I'm looking at it. No skin is showing. It's completely fine. And she's like, well, we can see like the shape of you. And I'm like, well, no. Like, no, duh. I'm wearing a shirt. And then I have to put this sweaty boys t-shirt on and have to swim in that the whole time, which, by the way, sucked to my skin the moment I got in the pool because that's how physics work. It was insanely unfair to me. In fact, they separated the boys from the girls' swim because the boys were being so highly inappropriate when we were swimming. We play this game where we have to stand. If we get tagged, we stand like a tree with our legs open and someone has to swim underneath you. The boys were turning around. Whenever we went under them, they were squatting down. They were saying things that I can't say here, why we swam under them. It was disgusting. So instead of punishing the boys, they separated the gym classes and they more focused on the girls and singled us out for something we didn't do. We were just playing the game. That's why some of the girls only swam under girls, and
I do feel like this whole dress code situation is sexist because like the boys can wear whatever they want, and then they don't get dress coded, and the girls can't even wear certain things. So yeah.
And then there's the whole bra strap debacle. So my friend was wearing this shirt, and it was it was one of those square cut t-shirts, and a little sliver of her bra was showing, and she got dress coded for that. But then I look over to my left, which is in the dress code that they can't sag their pants. Whole butt is out, not even just their underwear, entire butt is out, and I'm like, pull up your pants, and I got yelled at for correcting them, and the teacher did not focus that on them at all. It was disgusting, and we just had to live with them walking around like that. Yeah. One time in music class or chorus, it was me, my friend, and my other friend, and a boy in front of us. He was sagging his pants to the point where his shorts were down to almost his kneecaps, and me and my friends kept saying, could you please pull up your pants? Could you please pull up your pants? Because we were sitting right in front of him, and he's as short as us, or as tall as us. I shouldn't say short. But, and he kept, standing up and, not pulling up his pants, but he kept pulling down his shirt, and his shirt was probably a little too snug to the point where he pulled it down that short, and we could also see it. And the teacher corrected us for bullying him into pulling up his pants, where we were just trying to tell him to pull up his pants. We weren't like screaming, pull up your pants, pull up your pants. We were just saying, could you please pull up your pants? Could you please pull up your pants?
Yeah. So my friend did an experiment where instead of just flashing everyone her underwear, she wore shorts underneath her pants and sagged her pants. And she got yelled at by a teacher while a boy who was sagging his pants so much we could see the entirety of his Superman underwear while she was just wearing blue shorts. And she got screamed at, she got sent to the principal's office, and she got suspended.
One time I went to the dean's office for having a tank top on. I was calling Mom, but she didn't answer, so they had me go to the clothes closet, but the clothes closet is like old, like nobody usually goes in there unless they're dress coded, so it's like maybe twice in a week or 3 times in a week. And they barely wash the stuff that they let kids borrow for gym, so I'm like, they probably don't even wash what's in the clothes closet that often. And so I was like, can I just wear my coat? And because I keep a coat in my locker half the year, so they were like, no, you cannot wear a coat during the school day. And I was like, well, I'm willing to if I can, because I don't want to wear something out of the clothes closet. And instead of just letting me wear the coat, I get it, it's in the dress code not to wear a coat, but it wasn't like a big puffer jacket coat, it was almost like a vest. But they said, no, you're not wearing your coats, and so I had to just wear the jacket they had given me that was, it smelled like a closet that hasn't been opened in a few weeks.
Yeah, and a thing that I find very annoying is that in the dress code, it says you can't wear anything too tight, but you also can't wear anything too baggy.
Oh my god.
I got in trouble for wearing my mom's sweatshirt, and then I got in trouble because my shirt was too tight. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? It's clothing.
Another thing
why
is...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, okay. Another thing is, like, them coats, like, the coats, like, was it winter? No. It was, like, some between the winter and, like, the fall. Like, in between
like
there, like, in
October?
November. Like, when we started school, like, last year. And I was wearing a North Face coat. And, like, it was, like... It went to here, and then it was like a regular coat, and I got in trouble for wearing a coat. They was like, put your coat in your locker, but I don't understand. Like, it was mad cold in the school, and like, I don't know, cause when they turn on the heat, like the events get mad hot for no reason. But they said I couldn't wear a coat, and I didn't understand because like everybody else around me was wearing a coat, but I had to put my coat back. And, like, I find that really, like, irritating because, like, it's mad cold, and one, I'm got a hoodie, and two, I'm not getting no clothes from that clothes closet. That stinks.
I feel like it's a little annoying that, like, especially our new assistant principal, he likes to enforce the dress code more often than our old assistant principal. Our principal usually stays in her office, maybe walks around the school once or twice, but the assistant principal, he walks around the school all day, and he came into my classroom, and he pointed out 2 girls whose shirt don't abide by the rules, and the next day he saw people in baggy clothing, and he addressed them. So, and then we hear on the announcements, please don't wear tank tops, and they went over almost the entire list of our dress code, and we had a paper that was sent out because people were not following the dress code, and it was really weird because they made us show it to our parents, make sure our parents abide by it. One time though, I was wearing just normal pants. They were platinum, not platinum, plaid pants that were pajama pants. Not pajama pants, but they were comfy pants. They're not baggy, but they were like a size up from my size. And I had to put leggings on that I packed. And when I said I was hot in these because they were tight, they said, you can borrow shorts, but I didn't want to borrow shorts. So I just went home that day.
What are your opinions on uniforms like the charter schools?
I don't think that a uniform would be good because it more suppresses a student's creativity and expression of themselves. So I think a better alternative to that solution would be to have maybe a less strict dress code, maybe don't wear spaghetti straps, but you can still wear a normal tank top. Don't wear short shorts, but you can still wear normal shorts that are originally made for kids.
Yeah, I think kids usually express themselves through or get creative with their clothing or choice of wear. Especially with how they express themselves, they're style is my big thing, so I'm gonna come to school in a pretty outfit that I picked out the night before or the day of. But uniforms, I think, would definitely help teachers less get people dress coded, but also uniforms would make the school less colorful and bright and different. All of us would be wearing the same thing, so but also uniforms would be nobody could say anything about your clothing. I feel that's why some of our teachers were talking about it and why we actually had a little debate in class if we think uniforms are good or not.
I feel we should not wear uniforms, and the reason why is because like she said, you can't express yourself in your clothing of choice or the clothing that you wear, and you can't show everyone this is my style, you don't have to like it and stuff like that. I genuinely feel I like the schools that you can wear whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want because that's the dress code, but you can wear clothing, not no uniform or anything. And we had a debate 2 years ago in 5th grade, and one thing I did not like is that how they said that we gonna be wearing uniforms. I did not like that because one, you can't express yourself, you can't show creativity, you can't really do anything. Charter, they wear one color that's dark blue and purple and gray, and just wearing a uniform, you gotta wear that uniform all year and every day. So I wouldn't like that at all.
Yeah.
While I understand y'all's perspective of you don't want everyone to be suppress their creativity and their expression, I feel it would help because you're suppressing everyone's creativity, but you're suppressing it equally, and no one is differing. No one's getting dress coded because their skirt was too short because their skirts are the same skirts. And also, people with uniforms get different varieties of the uniform. Charter, people get khaki pants, khaki skirts, purple shirts, gray shirts, blue shirts, all that different stuff. They get khaki shorts. They can differ their outfits. But I feel it would help if we had a uniform so no one could be separated based on boy or girl.
Okay.
And no one could say, oh, you're distracting them because of your skirt when the school issued the skirt.
I think that the whole khaki thing is a little khakis are a bit uncomfortable to me personally, but especially in the heat. Imagine having to wear khaki pants or khaki shorts in the summertime when it's 80 degrees outside, especially towards the end of the year, I feel as if there should be an alternative, like maybe like normal shorts that are just the school color, or like just maybe.
Well, they have non-uniform days.
Okay.
Yeah, but those are like spirit weeks, not like non-uniform days at the end of the year. It's non-uniform days for spirit weeks. I feel like a uniform would just be uncomfortable. Also, they give you like a week's worth of outfits, and you're supposed to wear those every week, and then do those, like wash those clothes. But that's tough for people.
Well, you can buy more of the same thing.
But
It's
also,
not more
you
of
have to
the
buy your uniform.
Mhm.
But also,
Because uniform schools are usually private schools, and private schools cost money.
Yeah.
well, obviously, but you already paid to get in there, so they just do the uniform.
But also, I think if I had to wear a uniform, it would be a little less school fun for me, because I'd be wearing purple, gray, or whatever colors of school every single day of the week. And I would have no options, like where if it's during the summer, they'll probably give us short sleeves, but the fabric on uniforms is usually thicker. And also, if we have uniforms, then it would just be extra money. So I wouldn't want to go to school with a uniform.
Mhm.
And I would rather go to a school where I could show my style. And if people don't like my style, and if people just don't want to see my style, then they can just not look. Because if it is making it more equal for the boys and girls thing, but it's also making us less happy to go to school, and it's actually going to make me more distracted to look around the room and see if people's not wearing their uniforms than it is for me to look around the room and see people's shoulders. I think it'd be more distracting if somebody was just, the whole class was matching with me.
I'm sorry, Gigi, but I feel like no uniforms, because I know that we got the dress code going on, but like at the same time, like who wants to wear the same colors over and over again, and like the same like color operation and stuff, and like I really don't like when like people don't like get to show who you are, like Mr. Bruce, he like wearing the hats, and like there's nothing wrong with that, but he has his own type of style. Like everyone has their own way of saying, hey, this is me, or they have their own type of style. Like some people like Jordans or Pumas or Adidas, or some people like cargos or jeans or shorts. Like some people have different layouts of what they like, and like wearing uniforms would be a terrible thing, because one, nobody will like really wear them, and two, nobody don't really like to wear one color over and over again.
Yeah. I think that we all said yeah at the same time. Okay. So I think that also, this might be a bit just me, but one of the reasons that I like getting up in the morning and going to school is because I'm excited to wear my outfit and look good for people. Like, I'm excited for people to see my outfit and like think of me in a good way because of what I'm wearing. So I'm just excited to get up and be confident in that one outfit I'm wearing, because it makes me kind of like, yeah.
And we only have a few minutes left, and so there's one more thing that I'd like to say and get your short opinions on. What do you guys think about the solutions now where they call home?
I think calling home is kind of like ridiculous. Like, oh, guess what? Your daughter, she has shoulders. You need to fix that. Like, chop them off real quick. Like, guess what? She has skin. Peel it off. Like, we need to take care of that immediately. It's really bad. It's distracting the whole school because she's radiating and glowing like some body glitter. It's bad. She just needs to lose the shoulders, lose the skin, and we'll all be okay. Okay? Just like bare muscle, please. Nerves and all. Just put some clothes on that.
I feel like that calling home, I mean, they don't really have to. I feel like they just need to worry about the people who come to school not abiding by certain things that are just go like tank tops all the way tying their shirts and stuff, wearing tight clothes. Like, I feel like they need to worry about dumb people. Like, the people who abide by the dress code, they shouldn't really pay attention to. Like, for me, my mom know what I got on before I leave the house. If I have something that she don't like for me to wear, or before I go to school, she'll tell me to take it off and change. Like, they need to worry about certain people who walk out the house with their shirts tied, their pants sagging, stuff like that. Like, certain people, parents, know what they have on and make sure that they don't put on certain things they're not supposed to. And, like, calling home, like, for me, if I was to avoid the dress, well, not avoid, if I was to violate the dress code, my mom would, like, I don't know, like, my mom would be mad, but, like, at the same time, like, she'll, like, I don't know how to explain it, like, it's just, like, I feel like the dress code is very, like, weird. Like, the girls got a certain thing they have to abide by, and the boys don't really got to do anything. So.
I think my view on that is calling home doesn't really do anything, because if my mom is, like, working or sleeping or doing something, she can't really just come drop off clothing for me, or I don't get the point in telling her that the clothing was inappropriate, I guess, because I tell my mom everything. But also, if my mom gets a call about a dress code, she's usually surprised, and usually she backs me up, because usually she's like, if there's something wrong with my outfit, she'll be like, oh, I like your outfit, but the school's not going to like it as much. So,
Wait, one more thing.
But,
You're not done? No, what's going on?
But also calling home would sometimes help if they were actually, like, so bad about the dress code that they need to be picked up or need to bring a change of clothing. I think it's a little weird.
I feel like my mom personally, if I get dress coded, she's sending me in something worse the next day. Oh, that t-shirt was found inappropriate because of the gay flag. I'm going to buy you every flag there is, and you're going to wear them all to school every day. So she did that. She got us all matching LGBTQ plus t-shirts, and we wore them to school like every day. And eventually, the message was sent across, and it was fun.
I think that, like, parents see what you walk out of the house with. They're fine with it. They know. Yeah. So calling them is unnecessary. Yeah. But we're out of time now, so I think that's a wrap.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe.